Mobile security. Mobile Wi-Fi security. In this day and age, we're always on the go. We commute, we travel, and we go from place to place to get where we need to be. And if you are like so many other people, your technology is right by your side every step of the way. People in the present day cannot go without their smartphone or tablet. These small devices represent our connectivity to the world and can conduct all of our major business at a click of a button or single tap on a screen. But in order to do any of this, our phones need to be connected to the internet. How we go about this is one of the most pressing issues in cybersecurity facing us today. When signing up for a cell phone plan, you are usually offered a corresponding data plan. This allows you to surf the web or otherwise connect to the internet when no other connections are available. Unfortunately, your data plan isn't valid everywhere. Depending on your wireless company, you can face dead zones or fees depending on where you take your cell phone or tablet. Plus, if you don't have an unlimited data plan, constantly using your data can get very expensive. Fortunately, there is usually a backup plan available, which comes in the form of Wi-Fi. In this video, we will discuss mobile Wi-Fi security in order to spread awareness on safe internet connection protocols. When you find a public Wi-Fi network, it's easy to rush ahead and join without a second thought. It is important, however, that you critically evaluate if the network is safe or not. In order to do so, you should ask yourself the following questions. 1. Are there multiples of the same or similar names of connections? You may attempt to connect to a coffee shop's Wi-Fi, only to find that there are two that are almost identical. If you see a connection named the Coffee Bean versus the Coffee Bean, there is a chance that one of them was created by a hacker in order to steal your personal information. Rogue Wi-Fi spots disguise themselves as legitimate, gaining the user's trust so that they may share sensitive information over a public network. If possible, you should ask a business to give you their official network in order to prevent connecting to a rogue network. 2. Is the network secure? Part of the appeal of public Wi-Fi networks is that anyone can connect to them without private login credentials. Unfortunately, this is also a drawback. Insecure networks pose a risk to your mobile device's safety, as anyone passing by can steal your data. Many devices now warn their users of this, such as Apple displaying the phrase security recommendation under the connection's name. If the network is completely open to use, proceed at your own risk. Sometimes Wi-Fi networks will appear open, but take you to a splash page to log in or provide an email to continue. Though still risky, these are better to connect to than something completely open to use. 3. Does your device allow you to enable Ask to Connect before joining a Wi-Fi network? If not enabled, your device will automatically connect to whatever is the strongest nearby connection. This leaves your phone vulnerable to malicious threats without you even realizing it. Of course, this list isn't to say that you shouldn't trust any public Wi-Fi network. If you take these steps to protect yourself while using a public network, you will be less likely to fall prey to a hacker. 1. Use a VPN over a public Wi-Fi connection. A VPN, or virtual private network, adds an extra layer of protection when browsing the web using a public network. VPNs hide your browsing history, streaming locations, and identity. Cybersecurity companies, such as Norton, provide VPN services that you can purchase. Though a bit pricey, VPNs will pay themselves off in the long run. 2. Don't send personal data over public Wi-Fi networks. Hotspots make it easy to perform business anywhere, anytime. But when it comes to mobile banking and entering login credentials for secure websites, you may want to save that for when you are back on your own secure network. Hackers search for private information being sent over public networks, so avoid doing so unless you're absolutely sure your information is safe. 3. Only browse sites you know are secure. If a site is encrypted, its URL will begin with HTTPS. Unfortunately, apps do not show if a site is encrypted. When in doubt, do not use sites whose security is uncertain when using a public Wi-Fi network. You should also check what sort of encryption the network itself has. WEP and WPA are common, but they might not protect you against all hacking programs. WPA2 is the strongest. Though hackers every day successfully steal personal information over public Wi-Fi, by following these simple tips, you are much less likely to fall victim to them.